Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai
Bam Bam. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Again, no, Papa is making us to drill more and more inward. Why this prompting has been given? Namotsava, Namotsava, Namotsava. So today he reveals, in Thus Speaks Ramdas, he says, everyone must realize that the divine is within him. God is within your heart. You are his embodiment. You are he. But you do not know that. There is a veil of ignorance separating you from God. Remove the veil. Parda, no? A screen. The question before us is, how do we remove this veil? Though many of us have practiced spiritual disciplines for years, God in me often continues to appear as someone outside us, separate from our daily life. That is why we go to a guru, we take initiation, we chant Ram Nam, we do bhajan, we do sadhyay, all treating him as outside, no? You go back to your own life, no? Each one will realize. Though many of us have practiced spiritual discipline for years, maybe puja, God the Nami often continues to appear as someone outside us, separate from our daily life. Because we have defined our daily life as family life, professional life, social life. Here, ashram life or seva life. Here also same. Instead of professional life, it is seva life, that's all. We are not working for money or anything. But the thing is, he is always outside, under any banner. So though many of us practiced spiritual discipline for years, God, the Nami, often continues to appear as someone outside us, separate from daily life. We have heard the word God realization, to become one with Him, no, like that. So many words. That He is separate. The mind can think only of what is different from itself, that we hardly recognize. But the truth is that God is not an object to be seen or known like other things. He is the very awareness behind our thoughts, words and action. Now, here. Beloved Papa describes him as the subtle and mysterious power behind all existence. Because the Nami is subtle and unseen, we may find it difficult to feel his presence, because the mind always thinks about something other than that, no? So we can say with the mind we cannot do that, no? To help us move toward this awareness, Virat Papa has prescribed Nama chanting. The purpose of Nama is not merely repetition of a sacred sound, but awakening awareness of the Nami, whose name we chant. He says, the efficacy of the mantra lies not merely in its incessant repetition, but also a constant attention to it. The sound of the mantra will then be found to have a most soothing effect on the mind. It will lull the feverishness of the mind. This equanimity will in its turn awaken the sleeping divine consciousness, bringing the soul in direct contact with the indwelling and all-pervading reality. So, the purpose of Nama is not merely repetition of sacred sound, but awakening awareness of the Nami whose name we chant. Awakening the awareness of the Nami. This calls for inward journey. Awakening awareness of the divine consciousness means you have to go inward, no? So this calls for inward journey. To assist this inward movement, Namosava uses simple and verifiable examples drawn from daily life. Because abstract is difficult. That is why you are not able to understand. It is abstract. Awareness, difficult to explain. So these examples help us reflect upon the unseen presence behind the visible world. So for example, 6 guidelines. No, sir, from the 6 guidelines, 12 examples. Fuel and the whiteness of the paper. Space and the thread in a garden. The screen and the ocean. The director and the navigator. The fragrance hidden in the musk deer and rice. Alphabets and rhythm. Alphabets and rhythm, musical notes and silence between them. Something we have chosen. So the examples. Why examples now? To assist this inward movement, Namosava uses simple and verifiable examples drawn from daily life. These examples help us reflect upon the unseen presence behind the visible world. So fuel. Fuel, petrol, we can do that. But the same petrol or diesel, which we take it from the petrol bunk, it cannot move the vehicle. The unseen power in this, when it is made to get processed, go through a certain process, it reveals the unseen power. which pushes the vehicle through various methods. And not only pushes the vehicle, just like because the life is there, all our sense organs with distinct functionings, it is made active. Similarly, the power that is drawn from the fuel, it helps the brake, the accelerator, the steering, the light, the indicator.
The engine.
So many. One power. Think. So the unseen power, we have not applied our mind. We used to go get petrol or diesel, we just drive the vehicle. So through inward journey now, inquiry, what is called in English, inquiring, going deep within. We now try to recognize the power behind the power that is generated, power that comes out from petrol or diesel, fuel. The whiteness of the paper. Normally we read. We don't recognize that there should be a substratum, a base upon which these letters can be printed. So the whiteness is the base. Only when we apply our mind we see the whiteness. Otherwise we don't. So inward journey is necessary to see that the whiteness is there, and we are getting benefited not by the whiteness but by the letters. So to assist this inward movement, Namosava uses simple and verifiable examples drawn from daily life. These examples help us reflect upon the unseen presence behind the visible one. So those of us who are in ashram, who have been associating with this theme intensely, first we should know, Otherwise again it will slip into any other routine activity, which will not have any deep, impact. It will also be a program for us. It should not be a program. Because we try to bring back Papa's word. Everyone must realize that the divine is within. God is within your heart, you are His embodiment. You are He, but you do not know that. There is a veil of ignorance separating you from God. Remove the veil.
Swamiji, இந்த சொல்லித்தரத்துக்கான உத்தர் வேணும் இல்ல Swamiji. இப்படி சொல்லித்தரத்துக்கு உத்தர் வேணும் சுயமா தெரியல.
Again, we were really inspired by Papa's words. That also comes in the last. So each of these examples points towards an unseen yet indispensable reality. In the same way, they invite us to recognize the Nami, the unseen presence behind our body, mind, thought and action. That is the purpose for which we are chanting. Awakening the divine consciousness within us. Therefore, while chanting, let us remember that the Nama stands for the Nami, because we have never applied our mind on the Nami. Nama chanting, Nama chanting, Nama chanting, Nama chanting. Probably not for a single time we would have used the word Nami before this Ramotsava. Therefore, while chanting, let us remember that the Nama stands for the Nami. Just as the unseen factor in each example makes the visible possible, the Nami silently supports and sustains our entire life. as we reflect on each guideline, let us gently turn the mind inward and try to feel His presence within, even if it is for a trice. Who goes? That's all right. Even if it is for a trice. This may not happen immediately, but every sincere effort takes us closer to the goal. And here comes Papa's assurance. Day for yesterday, he made us to read that, no? Beloved Papa gives us great assurance when he says, show some desire to see God, and Ramdas will do the rest. Show some desire to see God, and Ramdas will do the rest. He is proving, na?
Yes.
If we watch 3 days, what we have been prompted, just to take the book with my master, read this, Rams will be done. He highlighted. To us, we can only repeat that word. To him, it was a reality. Every moment of his life, he was feeling that Ram's will alone prevails. So for that, constant remembrance is necessary in our language. For remembrance, chanting the name, there we stopped. But we couldn't achieve at all anything. So show some desire to see God, and Ramdas will do the rest. Just you said, This is how he is holding our hand now. So at least those of us who are here, who have been privileged to hear these promptings of Papa, we should not leave it now. We don't know how many days he is going to give us to stay in this body. But before he gives the command to leave, we must feel his presence. This strong conviction, no? Just like Chidanji said when we were hoisting the flag, it is a commitment to raise ourselves from the ground level to the highest level, from the buddhi, the Deha buddhi to Vishwa buddhi, from the individual to the universal. So that is why at least 7 times in a year we do this, just to remind us. Commitment, commitment, commitment. But if you see only as a ritual, it has no effect, excepting a sentimental satisfaction that hoisting the flag has been done, that's all. So why are we now chanting? Today morning he says, you go there, I have told you many times. Everyone must realize that the divine is within him. God is within your heart. You are his embodiment. You are he, but you do not know that. There is a veil of ignorance separating you from God. Remove the veil. The question is, how do we remove this? Though many of us have practiced spiritual discipline for years, God the Nami often continues to appear as someone outside us, separate from our daily life. One more hurdle he gave us. He gave us to hear the name Papa. And then we immediately shifted the attention to the form Papa. It gave us some assurance, gave us some joy. We were satisfied. But then we know that the moment we come out of the shrine, the moment we utter the word, Papa, not a trace of him is there inside. Only me and mine is there. This fact we should know, no? Only at the time of telling the 2 words, or when we go to a shrine or when we see the photo, for that moment there is an inexplicable joy welling up in our heart. First class, very good. But the moment we stop that word, the moment when we are back from the shrine, or our look on the form, suddenly we find he is not there, only I am there. I always talk in terms of me and mine. He makes us to think all these things. So, though many of us have practiced spiritual discipline for years, God the Nami often continues to appear as someone outside us, separate from our daily life. Why so? The mind can think only of what is different from itself. The mind can never think about itself, Mind is thought. Mind is defined as thought flow, not a stagnant thought. Thought flow, one after another, one after. That is called the mind. It can only think about something other than that. That is the svabhava of my mind. But the truth is that that God or Nami is not an object to be seen or known like other things. He says elsewhere, Papa, once the mind ceases to be restless, being free from thoughts and desires, that moment we are not individual. Me and mine is not there, but pure consciousness. Everything is given, we have not understood that something. So that pure consciousness is the Nami, That is the curtain, that is the veil. But the truth is that the Lord is not an object to be seen, known like other things. He is the very awareness behind our thought, pure consciousness. Our thoughts, words and actions. Vinod Papa describes him as the subtle and mysterious power behind all existence. Wonderful word. Not grass, so we cannot see that. He is there, but we cannot express. That is called mystery. Mysterious. Rahasyamaya, no? In Kannada? Tamil enna solluva? Tamil? Subtle and mysterious.
Even Hindi is rahasya only, not that. In Hindi also,
Pudiri.
mysterious means rahasyamai.
Somewhere you have to understand this, Huh?
It's a different plane. He cannot be known by.
A direct translation for subtle and mysterious power.
Should I check from Google, Swamiji? Which language?
No, the Tamil inquest of God we have got. Tamil inquest of God. Anyhow. Tamil enna solluva? Marmamallama. Marmamalla. Hindi?
Swamiji, I will just see, Swamiji. Subtle is Sukshma.
Sukshma.
Rahasyamai it can be.
Rahasyamai in Kannada is Rahasyamai.
Hindi it is Rahasyamai.
Same.
Mysterious.
Gopaniya.
And
Gopya.
Gopaniya. Oh, मैंने कभी सुना नहीं है. Gopaniya.
Gopaniya.
My Hindi is very bad, Swamiji.
No, that's not Gopaniya.
Yes, Gopaniya.
We have to understand in our own language. Sukshmavum, in Malayalam, Sukshmavum Nigudavumaya Shakti. புரியாதம்மா அந்த மாதிரி டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன் எல்லாம் நமக்கு வேணும், புரியணும் இல்லையா? என்னன்னு சொல்ல முடியும். இப்போ எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி இருக்கு இல்லையா, எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டியை காமிச்சு தர முடியுமா? மாயம்னா மெய்ப்பொருள், மாய்ப்பொருள் காக்கறதில்லை. மறை மறைப்பொருள், தெளிவில்லாத பொருள், மறையில் இருக்கிறது மறைப்பொருள். that could be right. துல்லியமான தமிழ் மொழி, சூஷ்மமான மற்றும் மர்மமான சக்தி. இல்லை, இது கற்று கூட நல்லா இருக்கு. மறைப்பொருள். எனிவே, ஸோ த மைண்ட் கேன் திங்க். அதனாலேயே நம்ம எல்லாம் அவஸ்தைப்படுறோம். என்னன்னா அதை மனசில் கொண்டு வர முடியாதே. இப்போ மின்சாரம், இதுதான் மின்சாரம்னு காமிச்சு கொடுக்க முடியுமா? முடியாது. ஆனால் மின்சாரம் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லும் பல்பில், இல்லையா? அதே மாதிரி தான் இதில் ரவியான் எழுதியிருக்காரு, அன்னைக்கு பார்க்குறோம். நுட்பமான நுண்ணியதோர் ரகசிய சத்தியமே ராம். அகில உலகையும் வியாபித்து எங்கும் பரவி எதிலும் நிறைந்து எல்லாமாய் விளங்கி அனைத்தையும் காத்திரட்சிக்கும் நுட்பமான நுண்ணியதோர் மாபெரும் ரகசிய சத்தியமே ராம். அவன் பிறப்பு இறப்பு இல்லாதவன், அண்டாண்ட கோடி சராசரங்கள் அனைத்தும் ஓயாது மாறுபட்டு கொண்டிருக்கும் தத்தம் நாம் ரூபங்களால் என்று மாறாது அனைத்திலும் ஊடுருவி பாய்ந்திருக்கும் ராம். பரபிரம்மத்தின் வேறுபட்டுள்ளதை போல் தோற்றத்தை மாத்திரம். இந்த நாம ரூப பொய் தோற்றங்களிலிருந்து விழித்தெழுதலாவது அல்லவா ராமனுடன் நாம் ஒன்றுபட்டிருப்பதையே அல்லது அவனது பேரன்பையே உணர்வதாகும். அச்சா, ஓகே, இல்லையா? அதான் தான் இருக்கு, கொண்டு வந்திருக்காரு. Anyway, let us not get stuck with the words. So we are trying to understand why we are not in a position to fix our mind on the Nami. This is the problem, because he is subtle and mysterious. So unless he himself help the mind to know him, very difficult. Because he is the very subject, not an object. Because the Nami is subtle and unseen, we find it difficult to feel his presence. To help us move toward this awareness, Virat Papa has prescribed Nama chanting. The purpose of Nama is not merely repetition of a sacred sound, but awakening awareness of the Nami, whose name we are chanting. This calls for inward journey. To assist this inward movement, Namosava uses simple, verifiable examples drawn from daily life. These examples help us reflect upon. This is very important. We should not get stuck with the example. These examples help us reflect upon the unseen presence behind the visible ones.
He's snake, sir.
Huh?
No, it's only a lizard.
Which? Unseen, seen.
Seen in the unseen.
So each of these examples points, so when we hear each and every example, there should be a conscious effort on our part to see the unseen in the seen one. So the fuel
And the whiteness.
and the whiteness. The space and the thread. Now we are sitting in the space, but we don't recognize. The screen and ocean. The director and the navigator. The fragrance hidden in the musk deer and the rice behind many products. Alphabets. ABCD we know, but we don't see the ABCD. Even now while we are reading,
We see the words.
Only through the word meaning. So each of these examples points towards an unseen, yet indispensable reality. In the same way, they invite us to recognize the Nami. Who invite us? Examples. Examples invite us to recognize the Nami, the unseen presence behind our body, mind, thoughts, and actions. Therefore, while chanting, let us remember that Nama stands for the Nami. Very difficult for people like us who have for decades practiced only Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Where does Nami come? Tough job. Yesterday we were sharing with Shraddha. I think now everybody must be getting clarity about what Papa told Swamiji when he came as Ananda Shivan, no? Now we can understand. When he placed before Papa, then his mental condition, Papa simply looked at him, smiled at him. This is what Swamiji himself told us. That is how we came to know. Otherwise we will not know. So sitting on the cement bench, as we get to know, Swamiji went and sat there as Ananda Shivan when he came. He introduced himself and then told him the state of his mind. What was his state of mind? He is unable to go along with the usual common run of life, like family life, professional life, social life. That he cannot. But he doesn't know the alternative. This was the struggle he was having. Depression. So he placed it before Papa. Instead of giving him some clarity on all this, he simply said, take Ram Nam. So he sat there, Papa repeated Om, he said Om, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, 3 times. Just like we all know, okay. Then Swamiji thought he waited for the answer, for the question he has asked. How to ask him, he is not telling. Swamiji, Papa, can I stay here? Not now. Ramdas will call you later. Having come, you can stay for a day or two. There also no answer. Okay, then when I go back, I will write what all problems I have. Will Papa reply then? Ramdas will not reply. He said, I was taken aback. Such a loving person, towering personality. He coolly says, Ramdas will not reply. Stunned. So suddenly, then Swamiji said, he patted on his back. If you get doubt, that means you have not properly chanted Ram Nam. So Swamiji said, so many doubts are there, I wanted to clear. But in one sentence, he has plugged the whole thing. If you get doubt, that means you have not properly chanted Ram Nam. What is to us properly means Om Shri Ram Jaram, probably there some the distance, speed, tune. No, we will never go inside, na.
Pronunciation.
So Swamiji was also finding it difficult. But anyway, he has bluntly said he will not. And he said, after going back also, he used to get doubt, but he cannot. So he was trying to bore within. Now we can slowly understand something of what he said. Therefore, while chanting, let us remember that the Nama stands for the Nami. Just as the unseen factor in each example makes the visible possible, the Nami silently supports and sustains our entire life. Whose name we are chanting? Even when he said, you are chanting the name of one who is within you, who is the core of your being. Then also we did not understand. Later on in one he says he is making you to chant. No? When the sadhu asked 30 years, what did he say? So long as you feel you are chanting, you will, even if you do it for 100 years, you will be like this. Everybody has forgotten. You have to put 2 and 2 together. Papa has written in the book In the Vision of God about a sadhu who did not find joy even though he had repeated God's name for 30 years. Same case with us, Papa. Because he was repeating the name with the feeling that he was doing it. Let him repeat like that for 100 years. Still he will remain the same. Devotee, it is by God's grace that one starts repeating the name, Papa. That he must feel it, no? He goes on repeating day by day. He looks down upon others who are not repeating the name. I am repeating 20,000 times. I fasted. I went to solitude, saw so many saints. He takes pride in it. People praise him, he gets puffed up. The bandicoot is inside. Even if he repeats Ram Nam lakhs of time, he cannot improve. So the clue he is here, He must repeat with the feeling that he is making us to repeat. And this is what he did, when his father came and asked him, what is happening to you, son? God is making me to repeat his name. Therefore, while chanting, let us remember that Nama stands for the Nami. Just as the unseen factor in each example makes the invisible possible, not visible, The Nami silently supports and sustains our entire life. As we reflect on each guideline, let us gently turn the mind inward and try to feel his presence within, even if it is for a trice. Because this may not happen immediately. But every sincere effort takes us closer to the goal. Assurance is, Papa gives. Show some desire to see God, Ramdas will do the rest. So this becomes the preamble,
Much better than previous one. This is much deeper than the previous one.
Yeah. No, you need not change.
Oh, but
This is only for the,
nicer.
at the time of each and every Namosava, we will do this.
For the introduction. But this is so much nicer to think about.
But if you put it in writing, because we are now telling, it is directly going. If you read, this will not go.
Oh.
It will not. So now we have got 15 minutes time, so we will go through the examples again with this background. Let us see whether our mind is slowly getting trained or it goes to outside.
Beginning, middle, and end something we were on.
Yesterday we completed 3 examples, you remember?
We did till beginning, middle, and end.
First one,
What were the examples?
the whiteness.
Eh?
The fuel, whiteness, paper.
And vehicle, fuel, whiteness and paper.
Ocean and screen.
Then
Then the
Soil connecting the beats.
beats and space.
Space.
Then,
clear water.
eh?
Nut powder and clear water.
Water, clear water on the top.
The sun,
You can see
cloud on the
Cloud and sun and dirty water and clear water. Correct. There we stopped.
Oh, no. We came beginning, middle, and end. Beginning, middle, and end. The waves rise, they dance for a little while, then they go back into the ocean. That was the last one.
The screen.
So then flute also has come.
Flute also.
Flute and pen.
Flute and pen.
Then movie appears on the screen. Movie appears on the screen, continues for some time, then disappears, but the screen remains before the movie begins, while it is playing, after it ends. Chinmayananda Swamiji used to tell us, the class board, in a class. Morning, the mathematics teacher comes. He will write so many things, formulas, this and that. After 45 minutes, he goes. The science teacher comes. He will say something about that subject. He goes. Somebody will come. Language. He will say about grammar, alphabet, this and that. Again, that is also like that. 7 periods or 8 periods. Different subjects are put there, but the board remains. Evening, when the board, same as it was in the morning. Available for anything, but at the same time, without which it cannot be conveyed, but at the same time, it is not asserting its presence. Beautiful. We could have taken that also, no?
Now we will.
The next one, not 8, you can put that. So we know many machines perform different functions, but all of them work only because of one invisible electricity. In the same way, cooking becomes possible because of fire, though we usually notice only the food being prepared. Nowadays we are conscious because there is a shortage of
Gas.
then only we remember, otherwise even then we may forget. Pakasya Vanyavatu, So now we are trying to understand, Even to understand the example, we have to do some inward journey. Many machines, we all use, so many machines. Fan, light, heater, fridge.
Boiler. Water
Boiler.
Then our phone charger,
Induction,
laptop charger.
Washing machine,
Grinder.
Mixie. But suddenly he makes it often possible for the power to go, so that his presence will be.
No.
But the moment, hey, what happened? Immediately call somebody, we find a fault with somebody, the system. But never recognize that it is a reminder for us to know that bereft of electricity, minus of electricity, all these gadgets, what do you call that?
Will come to a standstill and devices.
It becomes useless. See, think about it. What a wonderful example it is. When we see the watch stops, we tell Sannyasanji, get me a,
Battery.
that's all. We stop with that. But the power generated by the battery is the one responsible for this 24 hours work. For how many days? Bah. It continues to help us to know the timing, absence of which we cannot. So likewise, behind all activities in life, there is one unseen power functioning silently. I am, no? The I amness, not the small I. The amness, okay. The easiness. Sense of being, consciousness. Behind all activities in life, there is one unseen power functioning silently. We often become absorbed in actions, forget the source that enables them. That enabling power is the Nami, whose name we are chanting. Nama chanting with this awareness gradually removes the sense of personal doership and helps us recognize him as the real power behind every action. This arrogating, which is the basis of I and mind. Many machines perform different functions, but all of them work only because of one invisible electricity. In the same way, cooking becomes possible because of fire. Though we usually notice only the food being prepared. Likewise, behind all activities in life, for the sake of newcomers, Atma Bodh, that is the work of Shankaracharya. During our Madras days, Swamiji used to take up morning program. So at that time, it was so, his explanation was so beautiful that it still remains with us, what he said. Second sloga. बोधो अन्य साधनेभ्यो हि साक्षात् मोक्षैक कारणम मोक्षस्य कारणम पाकस्य वन्निवद् ज्ञानं विना मोक्षो न सिद्ध्यते. For food cooking, Vani, Agni is necessary. Without that it cannot. Similarly, without knowledge, without awareness, you cannot realize him. Each and every shloka contains Tejas Timira Sangavad. Just like the light removes the darkness. As soon as the light comes automatically, there is no effort on the part. It goes automatically. Megapaya Amshumaniva, we have said that, no? Cloud and sun, Amshumaniva. Like that, no, everything, most Jalam Katakarenuvad. Ajnana Kalusham Jeevam Charabhyasadi Nirmalam Krtvatnanam Swayam Nashed Jalam Katakarenuvad. Samsara Sopanatulyohi. Anyway,
That also
it is there. Acha. So now, but we have taken it academically, no? Nice to reproduce, nice to say. What happens to our assimilating? It helps, no doubt. Today, it is helping us, no doubt. On that day, it was nice to hear. We understood. Intellectually, we understood. Pagasya Vennivada means yes. But when it comes to my spiritual journey, it has not helped. Because we have not applied on that line. So here now it is becoming very clear. Because of fire, cooking becomes possible because of fire. though we usually notice only the food being prepared. And every day, once in a way, he reminds us. Every day morning after we get up, we prepare black coffee. That,
With the induction.
what is not?
Kettle.
Kettle. Today, when we put the water and such, it did not work. So we left it like that. Then Ramdas came. Then I told him. Then he used the induction. So then, even then, we don't realize, we blame the kettle. What can it do? Some connection somewhere it is gone. He is not getting connected. So because of fire, though cooking becomes possible because of fire, though we usually know. So many machines perform different functions, but all of them work only because of one invisible electricity. Now, having heard this, when we switch on and switch off, when we put it for charging again, we can make a trial, Am I recharging myself? Am I enjoying the light and going on? I am enjoying the life, but am I thinking about the power behind it? So this example is not only for examples, it is verifiable, it is there in front of us. So through that, not merely during the chanting time, during our various operations, what do you call it? Our daily activities. He is before us in the form of persons, objects, situations. That also we have to understand. Not to be limited. So this will enable us not to limit ourselves to chanting. This is the tangible gain. When we are getting into the vehicle, now when we drive, at least 1 second we will know, without the fuel it will not run. And the fuel, when it gets transformed into a power, it reaches to all department of activities of this vehicle. Like that, he is there, and all the 200 odd organs, he is making it active. Each one, gear is not steering, Steering is not accelerator. Accelerator is not the horn. It is not like that, so many. It is not the piston. It is not the carburetor or whatever you call it. Axle. Bah. Yes, vehicle is also something on which vehicle and fuel, if we start pondering, we may go nearer to the truth within. So many machines perform different functions, but all of them work only because of one invisible electricity. In the same way, cooking becomes possible because of fire, though we usually notice only the food being prepared. Likewise, behind all activities in life, there is one unseen power functioning silently. No tom-tomming, We often become absorbed in actions, forget the source that enables them. That enabling power is the Nami, whose name we are chanting. Nama chanting with this awareness gradually removes the sense of personal doership and helps us recognize him as the real power behind every action. Papa said, if he thinks he is doing it 100 years, he will be like this. But in Papa's case, I think immediately after he started chanting, when it became intense, when everybody thought, he is going off the line, he is becoming mad, something wrong with his brain. So when father came, father was informed, father rushed up from Udupi, and when he asked, son, what is happening to you? Then he said, God is making me to repeat his name. So at that time itself he has handed over. We are now doing for 20, 30, 40, 50 years now, Have we ever felt that he is making us to chant? Okay, bygones are bygones. From now onwards, can we try? I think only one example we could go. Let us see tomorrow. Om Shri Ram. We are again chanting Ram Nam. Let us try. Om Shri Ram. An attempt to know the Nami. Om Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Om. The power to chant. Om Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. That fuel, when it is transferred, it has the power to accelerate and also to reduce, Think. Higher sound, higher, lower. Same power. So let us all do some inward journey. Probably we might be able to catch up to some extent. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.